backstage on the Super Legit podcast. Before the show actually starts, I did want to handle a little bit of awkward business here. Jen, just cover your ears for a moment.
Under my...
Yeah, just cover them.
Do you really want me to cover my ears? I will remove my headphones if you want me to.
Just for a moment, because it's just a little bit of private business.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Or actually uncover your ears is a more effective way to do it.
Yeah, that's what,
Hey, guys. Did one of you invite Jen to guest on this episode again?
Not it.
Anybody? Nope. Did she just show up? Did she just show up on her own?
I've talked about getting a bouncer for this place, but
I asked her not to come.
Okay.
Is this one of those Zoom bombings? This is one of those Zoom bombings I hear about?
I think she may have just okay. All right. You know what? I can handle this. I've got a workaround for this. Okay. Hey, Jen, I'm waving at you here. Go ahead and take your hands. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Here
I am.
So happy to have you here.
Thank you. Thanks.
Awkward situation. We actually weren't planning to have a guest on this episode.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I just assumed you guys would want me to come back.
Right. Yeah. No, of course. So I feel like the only workaround for this, if we're not going to have a guest, is for you to just join the cast of the show.
Well,
you in?
Yes.
Great. We start right now in 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the Super Legit Podcast, everyone. We are, when I say all here, I mean most of us are here, as is usually
the case.
We're never
all here. That's the
no
tragedy.
All of us who are here are here.
That's
yes,
right. That's right.
We are
yes.
here.
Yes.
We are all here is always a true statement.
Even when you're alone.
And we have Michael Heiman, our co-host.
Yes, I'm
my
here.
co-host. Our co-host, my co-host. How does that work? Is he everyone's co-host?
Yeah, I'm your co-host.
I'm my
co-host. I'm all of our co-hosts. And you're
Can we get
also...
God as my co-host bumper stickers?
Please no, actually.
Swag 2021.
God?
Would really like not that to happen.
Yahweh is my co-host. Is that better? I don't know.
Cthulhu is my co-host.
Oh, I like it. That seems on brand for us. Yeah.
I'll ride with that.
Yeah. Hey, Michael Heiman, I think we have some listener feedback this week.
Yes, we do. We have
fancy.
some very important listener feedback to start off the show before we really get into the question you have, Jett. So this has been sent in by Stefan St. James from Binger, Oklahoma.
Okay. Sounds made up.
And they wrote, is Michael Heiman still the co-host? As someone who watches the podcast, I think you need a hunkier sideman who also shreds on the guitar. Thanks for the Blue States over Oklahoma recommendation.
I second that. Heartily.
I welcome all feedback. I do. So,
Josh, you wrote this, didn't you?
Nope. It was Stefan St. James who wrote that. Thank you, Stefan. We'll make sure you get some new swag. Cthulhu is my co-host.
It's interesting that Josh was able to pronounce that so quickly and easily when you couldn't, Heiman.
Yeah, it's weird. I'm also really curious about how Stefan St. James watches the podcast in an audio medium.
I heard that.
I took that as a tell that he is 85 years old.
See?
Yes. So when he says the podcast, he's actually the is like the Google. Yeah.
Well, that's fascinating then. That,
I taped your podcast.
To be 85, but also be, technologically literate enough to be able to listen to podcasts.
Yes.
The fact that 85-year-olds are technologically literate enough to access the internet is what has destroyed our country.
I think we're not looking at the big picture. I think the big picture is we need a new co-host and question.
Do you have a question, or you want us to ask a question?
Yeah.
Were you posing a question or asking for a question?
This is why I'm not the co-host.
We're just saying the word question with no expectation.
This is why Michael Heiman is the co-host here. Yes.
Oh, you want a definition?
Brought to you by the word question.
Yes, exactly. That's it.
Interrogative statement.
Speaking of questions,
you actually have a question, right?
I do, yes, because that's how this show normally works. Yes, thank you. Thank you for prompting me so clearly, Michael Heiman.
That's a co-host job.
Yeah. So I'm curious here. What is your go-to food when you you know what when I say comfort food, this could go any direction because I feel like sometimes it's the you're depressed and it's the thing you need to perk you up, or maybe it's the I'm so happy that I'm going to go get the thing I fucking love. But what's that thing that you go to on a regular basis when you just need to feel happy with something to eat? I worded that so well, didn't I?
It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was like
that
poetry.
was lovely.
Thank you. I needed that.
To pull the curtain back a second, I'm like, none of that sounds like what he wrote when he told us what this question was going to be.
Wait, I never got this question. We got this question ahead of time?
You didn't get that?
No. I send them in the chat ahead of time. Lift the veil for everyone. But yes, we've all got a chat. But the simplistic version I said is, what's your comfort food and what do you think it says about you?
Oh, I thought that was just a little side chat.
I decided to spread that out a bit and give you some extra information.
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Sean Michael Boozer.
Yes, thank you. Can I jump in then? So
please, you seem so well prepared.
Yes, absolutely.
He's thought about it for 3 seconds.
Well, you know what's funny? This week I felt a little under the weather, and the one thing that I love eating when it's either cold or when I don't feel well is pho. Pho is like my ultimate. Like I feel so good eating it. Even like I was not feeling great this week, but as I'm eating it, sitting over this hot steaming bowl with the and of course I throw the jalapeno in there, just opening up my side. Oh, it was so good. And you know what's really the odd thing about it is usually comfort food is something from your childhood or something you grew up with or something that's a family favorite. I grew up in Phoenix, so there was no the closest I had to any type of food from Asia was Chungking. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Chungking, but it's not at all.
I can assume.
It's not. It's the Chef Boyardee of Chinese food. It's not authentic at all.
And pho's not Chinese either. So
exactly, yes. Dude, that's my comfort. That's my go-to comfort food. And even if there's something great about a hot bowl of soup, period.
Oh, yeah.
But pho has some magic in it, dude. It's Vietnamese deliciousness.
I do like that your comfort food is the taste of not being in Phoenix.
Like
so many
at the end of the
your
day.
comfort is the knowledge that I'm not there anymore.
Dude, I think you absolutely nailed it. God, I never looked at it that way. That's why it feels so good.
Are you a ramen guy too, or is it just pho?
Oh, I like ramen is okay, but if I was going to go to another soup, I'd probably go with tom yum.
Oh, yeah.
That stuff's good. That'll knock your socks off.
Yes. Oh, yeah. As long
get
as
the
it's got
spicy
the
kind.
kick to it, yeah.
And then for home, I got into ramyun. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it 100% right, but that would be the Korean equivalent, which is generally always spicy and usually higher quality noodles, and like it's a bigger amount. And I've gotten into poaching an egg in it lately too, which just adds that little extra level of I am fancy while I eat this $1 meal.
That's how you dull it up.
Does it say anything about the age level of our podcast that we're talking about what soups we're into?
Yeah, it looks like Stefan is 85 years old after all.
That young whippersnapper, Stefan.
Stefan responded because he reflects the median age of the people producing the podcast.
Yes.
We are the 60 minutes of podcasts.
Yes, absolutely.
Welcome back to Slurp, where we talk about soups nonstop. Slurp, brought to you by...
I'm not one to say anything bad about soups, but I'm going to say something bad about soup right now.
Uh-oh.
I got a hot take on soups.
That was the Andy Rudy
Gazpacho, not a soup, guys. Not super.
Okay, like this is a community meeting. If there's anybody who has issues with the community or ways to make the community better, that's great. But we've heard 4 soup takes, and that's 3.5 too many.
Well, I have one more, which is clam chowder is the devil's food. And anybody who eats clam chowder should be struck down with a mallet and thrown out of the building. That's all I'm saying.
Now, hold on a second. I need to lodge an objection here.
Okay, sure.
Chowder is not a soup. It's a chowder. That's why it's called chowder.
Well,
if it was a soup, it would be called soup. So this is a completely...
I never thought about it that way.
Come on, Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert.
No.
I didn't know you'd recognize me. I tried to disguise my voice.
You're done.
Why do you think I moved in here? I heard Gilbert Gottfried lived here, and that's why I moved into my condo.
Oh my gosh. I tried to keep under the radar. Fine.
Now, can we all agree that chili is just soup that has evaporated too much?
I agree with that.
No.
That's
I
true.
think you're thinking of
not enough
stew.
broth in a chili.
You're thinking of stew.
That
stew
comes
is the
to
one
my problem. That comes to my problem. The Chili Palace down 4th is not abiding by the local soup ordinances because they're saying they're chili, but chili is a soup as we've established. So they need to get in line. They just need to get in line.
Mr. Franklin, I just like to point out that you're now lodging a complaint about a soup at a place that's outside of this old folks residential home. We're talking about the senior community residential home. If you have anything
we got to leave the gate sometime.
Bigger.
We don't.
We should think bigger. Is
the Chili Palace isn't within the walls.
I agree with Franklin over here. You know, we should think
Franklin,
outside the bounds of our establishment.
We gotta extend out. People don't appreciate our points of view.
Are you guys talking about
there.
Accepting Manhattan clam chowder as one of our soups? Because that's a step too damn far for me.
I do agree with
all
that.
Clam chowder should be destroyed. They're the devil's food.
I would just like to point out, Mr. Godfrey, that you were a guest of this senior residential living home while you were shooting your reality TV special. You're not an actual resident of the residences, so making policy decisions on the soups.
Are you discriminating against me here?
No, sir. I'm just trying to actually cater to the people who actually live here. Fans of yours.
My production company has funneled a lot of money into your property.
Another situation of the Hollywood elite coming into a small town and ruining it for the residents.
Whoa!
This is a good point. Although
I bet
do
you
love
he
Gilbert.
went over to the Chili Palace and said, "Keep making it not soupy enough."
Nobody in their right mind would consider me elite. Honestly, nobody considers me at all.
I do. I moved into my condo just to meet you. This is a very important day for
Present
me.
company accepted, thank you.
You're one of my favorite people who's ever played a parrot.
I appreciate that.
Like top 10.
Is there more than one?
Is there more than one?
I think Buddy Hackett was a talking parrot.
Oh, that's
your
right.
foul work
he
is
was
so
hot.
good. Your Aflac duck was incredible.
Oh, you are the king of human birds.
I'm still upset they passed me over for Howard in favor of Seth Green. What does he have that I don't have?
He's certainly better than that weak-limbed Lily Brit John Oliver they replaced you with.
Don't get me started.
Foreigners are taking all of our jobs.
That's right. When I was growing up, what do we have? Chicken noodle soup. Now it's French onion. Who won that damn war?
Well,
Ooh la la.
how dare they?
Now, folks, I'll praise of Mr. Godfrey aside, and I am so glad we've gotten off
And
this.
all praise is due.
Yes, thank you. The main topic I wanted to bring here today was, unfortunately, statistics have shown that venereal diseases among senior citizens are always on the rise. So I would like to say that
That's true.
Please.
This isn't about
You
soup.
say that like you're proud. No,
I am.
just-
You know what? I have had more fun in the last 2 years than I had in any of my youth.
I don't need to. No,
my
please
prior
don't.
times, and I'll be dead soon anyway. Might as well just bring it on, is what I say.
That's the
Please, folks, do not tell me of your latest conquests within this residential senior citizen
Does
home.
it make you uncomfortable that we senior citizen residents here are still able to have a healthy sexual relationship?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
No.
You're all canoodling in bed with each other. I thought this was an abstinent community.
I've
been sitting here without syphilis this whole time for no reason.
Well, if you'd like to come over later, I can take care of you.
All right, I'll bring soup.
Great.
Legit.
I cannot wait to retire.
Oh dear. Took a turn. Took a turn.
I just like that you went from the word fucking to the word canoodling.
Yes.
Which is like traveling backwards in time.
That was a real screeching 180 right there.
I have an answer. So for the comfort
go ahead,
food,
Josh.
Is that okay?
Yes. The floor acknowledges Josh Spence.
Yes.
Should we say Stevon St. James?
I don't know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two. There's one that always makes me just happy. I don't eat it too often, but I only have positive connotations. And one, it's carnival food. Any type of carnival food, I'm 100% in the bag for. Corn dogs, funnel cake, like cotton candy. I loop warm pretzels, big warm pretzels in there too. Like any of that stuff, like I've never. It's the best. And then if I ever need like a pick me up or something that reminds me of home or like my youth, it's a very simple dish. But my mom used to just make the best tostadas in the world, and it's like a $5 dish. It's like you get the pre-made tostada shells, you put some refried beans on there, some ground beef that's seasoned, maybe a little guacamole if you got the cash, and a little bit of cheese. I don't know, something about that, like you're holding it in your hand, and that first bite, like something happens in my brain where like the synapses change, and I am like 12 years old again. Summer, Heart of Van Nuys, that's dinner.
Yeah,
and it's so good.
You brought up something that is really something I haven't thought about till you actually said it, like holding something in your hand. Like handheld food is amazing. Yes. Like a burrito, or so like tactile. When someone like ruins like pizza by putting it on a plate and eating it with a knife and fork, it changes the taste of it. Like, why would you do that to pizza? What?
And I feel shame now.
You should.
I respect you so much. Why would you tell me that?
Sorry, I thought it was a conversation.
Now, an exception would be deep dish pizza. You do pretty much until you're like halfway through that slice. At least you probably do need a knife and fork.
Well, deep dish is not a handheld item, though.
I'm just gonna head off before this debate happens. Yeah. No one. We're not gonna have the debate about Chicago style deep dishes.
I second this. Yeah,
we're not having this debate.
I think we can all agree Chicago style pizza is a soup.
They are not following soup ordinances, if that's the case.
But our taco sandwiches, nope, we're not going there. We're not going there.
I am really glad Jett brought up this question though, because like for me, definitely that idea of like taking you back to a certain point in time. Yeah. I think, unfortunately, or unfortunately, whatever, as I get older, I find more of these like check marks and things that kind of take me back to a different time. So while like maybe a flux capacitor doesn't exist yet to take us back in time, I do think like time travel to some degree exists in your mind to be able to go back and like relive those feelings.
Sense
or
memories
feel that.
Are super powerful.
Smells are very.
It's crazy how that happens.
Yes.
I am kind of curious.
Yes, sir.
As almost like a side question here, because I think there's something Josh said that I think taps into it with the tostadas is like, how many people have a comfort food that's expensive? Because I feel like for the most part, most of the time, comfort foods tend to be incredibly basic, cheap things. It's often that street food. It's often like the thing you can make, Kraft macaroni and cheese, right? I used to make spaghetti with Mizithra cheese and brown butter, which is like $1 worth of material.
Well, that's like the cycle of trendy food is chefs will grow up in poor circumstances, make the food that they had as kids. Rich people eat it. It becomes incredibly expensive. And then poor people can't afford it. So it's not going to be next year's trend.
This is the story of Ratatouille.
Like shrimp. Shrimp is something that when my dad was growing up was like leftovers that people didn't want.
Yeah,
lobster. They used to feed prisoners.
Yes.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Oysters was a poor man's food.
Yeah.
And so, like shrimp and grits is like a thing that had its run.
Oh, for sure.
Around lately, which is like, that's one of my comfort foods because that's what we'd have on Christmas Eve growing up. But
a lot of people don't
shrimp
but
and
now
grits?
it's, I grew up in South Carolina.
Okay.
But like it's like grits are like something you can buy for 4 cents at the store.
Sure.
Like this is
Good deal.
there are the ingredients of this are very cheap, but
And those are the good grits.
Yeah. That's Alber's. This is none of the quick shit. But you wave a magic restaurant wand over it and have some entitled white people to food.
To the point of this, I'm gonna jump on what Compton is saying. There's this taco stand that me and Jett and Michael go to called Tacos Alvanado in the heart of North Hollywood. It's been our place for years now, and I've been going there forever. When no one goes now, there's like lines, which I'm really happy for them.
It's
the business
hip now.
is thriving.
It's gotten hip.
Right? It has.
They have an Instagram.
Support local business. Well, here's the funny thing. I come in there and I'm looking, and it's the same cashier. It's the same cooks. It's been there forever. And I couldn't decide what to get. And I was like, and I even told, man, I've been coming here forever. And she's like, yeah, we know. We've seen you forever. And I was like, and I go, man, I was like, and like there's extra toppings for guacamole and extra for cheese. Now I was like, man, I remember when your burritos were $4 and everything was in there for free. And she looked at me and she goes, you know what? $4. And she changed the burrito price from $8.50 to $4. She was like, "Oh, like your old school price for you." It was the biggest win. I was so happy.
I like that you finally reached your dream job of burrito negotiator.
It is a dream job.
Super.
All right, guys. We have a real situation here. There's a guy. He wants to buy a burrito. He only has $5. We need the burrito negotiator to go in there and figure this out. The burrito is listed at $7.25, and he's in a real pickle, to put it mildly.
Hey, boss, I don't know how we're going to be able to negotiate with this guy. I mean, he's a maniac. Who goes into a place with $5 looking to get a burrito? I can't deal with that.
Listen to me. We're not in charge of those kinds of big questions. We go into a circumstance where something is happening and we do our work as burrito negotiators. You're the best burrito negotiator I've got. I need you to go in there. I don't know why you went in there with only $5 for a $7.25 burrito. I'm not pay. That's higher than my pay grade, Gary. I just need you to do your job.
Boss,
get in
I don't
there.
Know. I think
and
I lost
you get
my
that
edge,
burrito
boss.
for $5.
I don't know if I got it anymore, boss. I don't
What
know
are
if
you
it's in me
talking about?
anymore.
Last week, you got that guy his taco for 60 cents less than what the listed price was. You're my guy, Gary.
All
You
right.
got to get in there.
I can do this.
I know you can do it. I know you can do it.
I'm gonna do this.
Cut to front of counter.
So,
yeah, it's this is what I got. It's a $5 bill right here. This is it. It's all I got. I'm hungry.
Price is $7.25.
See, you only got $5, and you came in here to get a burrito that's list price of $7.25.
Yeah,
that's
that
my god!
crazy.
Oh my god! Are you the negotiator? I have seen you on television.
Oh fuck! It's
Yo, hurry up, man!
Guys,
It's midnight. I want to get my tacos on.
Oh my god! Can I get your autograph after this deal goes down?
Of course. You know, I remain cool as a cucumber, but I only talk burritos.
Hey, man,
Let's
come
talk
on.
about this burrito.
Hey, dude, we're running a business here. Come on, cut us some slack.
Oh, you know what? We can step to the side and work this out while the customers run through.
Oh my god! They're sidebarring just like on the show. This is so cool.
Listen, buddy, what's your name?
Chad?
Not the guy working here. The guy trying to get the burrito for $5.
I'm so flustered right now. I don't even know what to do.
It's okay, Chad. We still believe in you.
Chad, I can read your name tag, Chad.
Oh my
Thank
god!
you.
It's right.
Oh my god! The negotiator is asking me my name. It's Roger. It's Roger. Roger Comenfeld. Comenfeld. I want to make sure that's right on the chyron at the bottom of the screen. Is this going to be on television? Oh,
that's spelled differently the way it sounds.
Roger. We're getting way ahead of ourselves, buddy. Let's just stick to first names. I'm Gary. Nice to meet you, Roger.
Roger, yes. Oh my God, Gary. Oh my God,
And I'm Chad.
Chad,
yo, hurry up! I want to get them carnitas. Let's go.
We believe in you, Chad.
Oh, thanks, guys.
So, Roger, listen, buddy.
Yeah. Oh God. Yes, Gary.
I would love. If it was up to me, you would have this burrito for $5.
Oh, I believe you. I believe you. Yeah. Okay.
What can we do to work this out? What do you need that I can get you out of here safely with a burrito honestly, in hand and still something fair for our proprietor here?
I guess.
Chad.
I guess I don't need the fajitas inside the burrito. Like I could probably, you know what? I'm not big on peppers anyway, bell peppers. It was mostly for the onions. So maybe they can skip on the bell peppers.
Roger, I appreciate how reasonable you're being with this. Hold 1 second. I'll be right back. Hey, Chad, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, God, I'm all
Chad,
right.
What if he were to put the burrito together himself? Like you just give him the fajitas and no peppers. There's no peppers, so we're saving money on peppers and man hours because he'll put the fajita action inside himself and he wraps that tortilla up himself. Can we do this for $5? Can we make this happen?
Yo, hurry the fuck up. I need to get my Al Pastor on. Let's go.
That's kind of a health
Watch the
violation
master work.
for him to go back there and make his own burrito.
What if he were to just have the ingredients brought out to him? He wouldn't have to even step in your world. He'd still be on this side of the counter, buddy. What do you say, Chad? Can we make this happen today?
God, I don't know if
what do I have to do to get you in this burrito today?
I'm not. I don't know if I'm the guy to say no to the burrito negotiator. So, yeah,
hey, Chad,
it's a deal. It's a deal.
Chad, I knew you could do this, Chad. I gotta reach over the counter and hug you.
Oh God, that's a health code violation.
Oh, sorry. Roger, I got this all worked out.
Oh my God.
You're gonna assemble the burrito yourself. He's gonna bring it out here. It's gonna all the good stuff's gonna be there. Sans the peppers.
Hold on. I've never assembled a burrito before. It looks like a lot of work.
Roger, look at me. Look me in the eyes.
Oh my God, they're beautiful.
I know you. Thank you. They're contacts, but thank you. I know you can do this. You have it inside of you. And the way you have it inside of you is the way that burrito will end up with all of its stuff inside of it.
Okay, I see what you're doing there. It took me a moment to connect all those dots. Yes.
Chad.
We love you, Chad.
Thank you, Chad. All right. So, what's going to happen now is I'm going to take the $5 from Roger, and Chad has got the ingredients on the plate here, and
oh my God,
I'm going to take easy. All right. And then I'm just going to switch hands here. Now the $5 is going over to Chad. The burrito ingredients are going to Roger.
I've got the money. Okay.
Oh, they feel heavier apart somehow. I don't know how that works.
Roger, stick with me. You can do this. Chad,
I'm just going to put in the register. Okay.
Bring it in as miscellaneous, I guess. I don't know.
Hey, man, I don't go to your job and tell you how to negotiate.
Oh, I thought you were asking for input. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to I didn't mean to step out of my lane. I'm so sorry. I'm going to go back over and help Roger. Roger.
Yes.
Are you okay?
I think I got this. Tortilla on the bottom. That's as far as I've got right now. It's all I've got. It's I am so overwhelmed by this.
Before you get into that, I just have we printed a quick survey. You've been randomly selected. If you could just, say what a great job I did. Again, I'm Chad. I wrote my name at the bottom of the receipt.
Chad, we know who you are. You've yelled out your name repeatedly. We got you. 5 stars. 5 stars. Thank you.
Gary, how's it going in there? Over.
Boss, I'm trying really hard. We're so close to sealing this, but I just...
We got 3 more burrito people at the burrito stand down the street who would like to
I just actually need you to take the receipt and fill it out online. It's not enough for you to say how good it is.
I can't handle this anymore. I need your ingredients.
Oh my God! He ate my burrito fixings.
One day away from retirement.
Cut to 3 months later. Gary, I just want to apologize.
Here.
I know. The straitjacket looks good on you. I just want to let you know the court case is coming up, and I just don't know how to say this. I think you're going to be in here for the rest of your life. I mean, you killed everybody in there.
I told you I was on the edge. I feel like
I know, and I should have believed you. And I just want to say I'm sorry. And I brought you a burrito. I paid full price for it.
Oh my God. The irony.
It is ironic, isn't it?
Thanks, boss.
Good Jett.
Jett, we actually have additional listener feedback.
Oh, all right.
A second of feedback here.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So no feedback for our entire run of our series, basically, and then suddenly 2 in 1 episode. This is great.
Yeah.
Wait, you did just start actually posting them.
Yeah, so...
All right, yeah.
Good
that's
job,
fair,
buddy.
yes.
We've had to build up a bank for about a year and a half. And
Yeah.
then,
Yeah.
You gotta let them catch up. Yeah.
So I don't have a sender here, but it just says, ladies and sirs of the Super Legit Podcast, we are humbled. For a simple college town restaurant that does burgers, fries, and wings, we don't know what we did to deserve this, but thanks to your show's high praise, our patronage has multiplied tenfold. These college kids are ordering chicken taco wontons and the fish chili by the pound. We're also going to adopt your slogan for us. Applebee's. We make American family food. It's low quality, it's a mix of everything, it makes you fat, and comes with alcohol. Sounds fancy-like to me. Keep up the profounditry, gang. So I guess that's from Applebee's.
Profounditry.
Positive feedback.
Very honest.
As opposed to
that
the
is
incredibly negative feedback right at the beginning of the show.
Founditry.
That actually sounds like the most convincing Applebee's commercial I've ever seen. I'm watching the podcast, by the way.
Sorry, from Jonathan Daniel, operations manager of Columbus Applebee's of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio.
Oh,
okay.
Ohio. That makes sense. Everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like the fish chili was a big tell.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like we haven't been that kind to, let's see, Applebee's, fish chili, and Ohio. But if it's working, great.
You know, we haven't been that kind, but by comparison, we've been the most kind anyone has ever been.
Yeah.
This is we're adopting a stray.
And they do say all publicity is good
happen
publicity.
to be endorsed.
Yeah, that's true.
The enemy of my enemy is my friend, right?
Yes. Yeah,
So-
there's a bunch of aphorisms.
Bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, they say.
Yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there. I don't know.
But I will say for my comfort food, I've actually evolved my comfort food over time because when my wife and I started dating, as I'm from the Deep South, and like moving on my own was like, oh, I can make all those foods that people were smart enough not to give me all the time. And so like I would make like fried catfish and things like that. Which like fantastic, like, you know, like cornmeal crusts, like good stuff. But I would do this all the time. This is like, I'm sharing my heritage, which believe me, when Southerners mention the word heritage, leave the room.
It's a real fun time.
But she's like, fine when we're talking about food and not flags.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
But she had this moment of like, this is really delicious. And I was like, yeah. It's great, isn't it? Yeah. You're trying to murder me. Oh, right. Part of comfort food means living long enough to feel comfort.
Yes.
So I've been trying to shift it away from the lifespan of 30-year menus of my childhood.
Yeah. I think the key ingredient in most comfort food is just a large amount of butter.
Yeah,
sure,
that's true.
Butter is comforting.
The default. Yeah.
Butter,
at least one stick of butter.
Delicious.
Yeah, butter, lard, any of the fats. But
that's my comfort food. One stick of butter.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah.
Which makes sense because comfort is stopping caring about death. Like that's really a key ingredient in all comfort.
For it. Either
right?
way.
Yeah.
I had some of my
Inviting
excess comfort food today. Actually, one of my favorites is not a sponsor, but there's a place called Be Sweet dessert bar in.
Oh
in the West Side.
Like Filipino.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know the place.
So good. So good.
Yeah, it's a Filipino dessert bar, and like they're known for a bunch of things. Like ube is a common Filipino treat that is it's kind of
purple.
Yes, it's purple for one thing. Yeah, and like they have ube ice cream and all sorts of ube related things. But one thing they're really known for is which I can't have anymore. But these Halos or hollows. It's a glazed donut that they cut open. Oh. They put an entire scoop of whatever flavor ice cream you want in it, and then seal it back shut. And it's pretty spectacular. But the other thing they're really well known for is their bread pudding. Mm-hmm. And their bread pudding's amazing because they have typically I think they have 6 flavors that are always available. And the glazed donut is my go-to. And then they have 2 or 3 flavors that trade out every single week that are all over the map of craziness.
And bread pudding is one of those things where they took 2 things that are bad for you and then fused them together.
Yes.
This is like, can I have one of them cigarette beers? Like,
yeah. Well,
which I did spend my 20s having.
Again, my favorite is the glazed donut bread pudding. So they took 3 things that are terrible for you and fused them together. Yes.
I'll kill you right away.
Yeah.
It's gotten really warm in here, guys. It's so warm. Is anyone else sweating profusely?
Yes, but it is 90 degrees in California.
This is not an actual bit or anything. I just wanted to change the subject really quick to a different game. If you can combine 3 things into like a super awesome morsel, like what was it, the glazed donut bread, what 3 things would you guys combine?
Oh, I got it.
Cookie toast.
I've actually done this before. It's amazing.
Oh, shit. Hit me.
It's cheese pizza with vanilla ice cream and onion rings. Dude, it's amazing.
Oh, that sounds so good.
So that tastes like the parking lot at Dodger Stadium, right?
I feel like you get all your supplies there.
This fits the classic faster, better.
The old saying, I'll give you pizza, pizza, onion rings, ice cream. You can only have 2.
Right, yeah. I feel like any pairing of those works, but not all 3. Actually, no, I don't think the ice cream pairs with the pizza at all. Never mind.
Oh my God, it does. It's so good. Like, dude, that's how it started, was with the pizza and the vanilla ice cream. And it started because I was eating handheld foods. I had a pizza in one hand, and I had an ice cream sandwich in the other hand. And I took the bites too close together.
And I had a problem right in the middle.
Classic Tuesday.
Remember how much trust we lost in Jen when she said she used a knife and fork for pizza? Yeah. That's the lack of trust I now have in you.
Yeah.
Fair. That's
Welcome
fair.
to the club of food-shamed people.
Pizza-related food shaming, too.
But it's like common. You're thinking of them as 2 separate things. But when you fuse them together, they become chronic depression.
That's probably
Michael Heiman, I'm pretty sure we have an advertiser this week, right? A sponsor?
You would be correct in that assumption.
Oh, fantastic. I can't wait to hear it. We have missed you and your ad delivery, so please bring it to us.
Thank you. This one I do have on vinyl, like I said.
I'd like to say Steven did a really good job when Michael wasn't here. So.
He did, yeah.
And Chris Sanders did a really good job, too.
Stefan St. James.
I don't know who Stefan St. James with the Z is.
Yeah, you do.
But Stephen St. James did a great job.
Oh, actually, I will say, Compton's last episode was so good.
You agree with me.
No, Compton's from the last episode. Excellent. It was so excellent.
Yes. That was
really
solid.
Really.
It was 70% one word.
Really,
that was real panic.
Really good job.
Okay. Here it is. Putting it on. Dropping the knee. Hey, bros. You know that you want to work out, you want to get swole, get your muscles big, but did you forget that the brain is also a muscle? So you want to get your brain swole too, right? Well, now we got the supplement for you. It's called Nutria-Brain. It's got protein for your brain. It's guaranteed to make your brain less slimy and more swole. You want that brain power to become unboned, bro. Listen, you work out, you lift, you take your Nutria-Brain and you lift your brain and make it so much stronger. Listen to this, to Nutria-Brain's dentist-acknowledged testimonial from Kirk Cameron. Yeah, I was just a normal weak-brained, religious fanatic, and then I took Nutria-Brain, and my brain now presses against my skull, and I am in a lot of pain, but I feel strong. That's right! Even if a bitch like Kirk Cameron can get his brain strong, so can you with Nutria-Brain!
Now, I feel like they buried the lead there in that ad, and to the degree that they didn't include it at all. Aren't nutrias those South American rodents?
Are they?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah,
There's something. They are
like,
an animal.
Yeah, they're like kind of in the beaver.
Are those the main
muskrat.
ingredient in Nutria-Brain bars?
No, because that's Nutra, and these are Nutria. So yeah, I think they kind of hid that in there. That might be the source of the protein they were talking about.
Yeah,
and I know brain swole is the branded term, but the generic is still meningitis, right?
I think that was one of the unlisted side effects.
Oh, okay, all right.
I also didn't realize that dentist acknowledged would be something that you would want your product to be. It's just a dentist acknowledged its existence.
That sounds similar to DSACK.
DSAC?
That's similar to a product I had a commercial audition for months ago called Plenity. And the breakdown said that it was FDA cleared.
Ooh.
Not FDA approved.
Yes.
That's a whole other thing. Yes.
Yeah,
I'm familiar with that one. And yeah. They basically have indicated this. We have not verified that this is terrible.
The FDA is aware of it. Yes. But they have not given approval.
Right.
Yeah, that doesn't.
My daughter got my 5-year-old her first COVID shot today. We were like waiting.
Congrats.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh man. So close to feeling like a human again. But like we're waiting in line at Walgreens, and we're like sort of moving down this shelf of products that begins with like bandages and aspirin and Tylenol, but then as you get to the end, things get less and less scientifically valid. And so like the the one that's like essential raspberry oil, increase your immune system. the right like big across the front of it said scientifically tested.
That's probably the stuff that Aaron Rodgers took.
Yeah, that like we're ending with a test.
Yes.
For what was not mentioned. Was this the usual any cyanide in here? Kinda. Keep it going. Like
right. Yeah.
But anything you can stick on the side of a box is worthwhile.
Super.
All right, Mr. Kaufman, I just want to thank you for being a part of our clinical trials. We have to, we're at the final stages, and we have people try out to see if this clears, and then before it goes on to mass production.
Oh, great. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I just want to point out that while it hasn't been FDA acknowledged or cleared, the FDA does know what drugs are. So what we're giving you is a drug. So ipso facto, by the transitive formula of geometry, the FDA is approving this. So go ahead and just try this,
normally I'm really cautious around things, but that math checks out. So all right, yeah, just anything I need to do
we filled you
before...
the 2 tablets. Go ahead, and here's some high C fruit punch, right? Because who likes water?
Oh man, yeah. All right, here you go. Well,
okay. So from the onset, you might experience something called antiphobia. Do you feel antlers growing from the top of your head?
I mean, I feel pressure on the top of my head. I can't tell you whether that's antlers because it's not a feeling I've had before. I mean, I see they're growing in some way. It seems like some sort of bony substance, so splitting off into sort of different directions on each one. But as to antlers, hey, I'm not a zoologist.
All right, cool. So the reason we gave you the high C, it's kind of like a palate cleanser. Now, if you scratch your tongue, does it feel like a tongue, or does it feel like there's moss growing on it? Because if you don't have any fuzz tongue, you're doing good, buddy.
So let me see. Scratching my tongue. The top, it feels like there's moss on it.
Oh shit! Really? Okay.
Down in the middle, it feels like kind of warm and spongy, and then out the bottom again, just like I'm just wiggling my finger. I do have a big hole in my tongue. Does that normally?
No. That's perfectly fine. If you feel fuzz inside that hole, let me know. Now I know it's only been like 2 minutes, but have you had dilated pupils lasting longer than 3 hours?
Dilated pupils lasting longer than 3 hours.
Yeah, not pupils, but
that's
pupils.
actually going really on a loop in my head. I think there's some Jurassic 5 in there as well.
Yeah, I was about to say Jurassic
Express. It's got like early 2000 head.
Okay.
I have this feeling in my body that the roots are not yet part of a talk show.
Is it Superfoot?
That's kind of where I'm feeling right now.
Superfoot? Like you have the feeling you can kick a field goal over them their mountains.
Yeah. I feel like have you seen the movie Gus? It's about a Soviet donkey that can kick field goals. So I'm feeling like I wrote that movie.
Okay. So it's like, is it like Phantom Brains or one singular person talking?
So actually, I saw Phantom Brains open for Dilated Peoples.
Okay, that's cool. That's great.
They did a compilation together called 20,000 Leagues Under the Street. It's all like Bay Area stuff. Anyway, sorry.
I saw
I'm
them
getting
with
a little
Brain
lost.
Swole. Great act, yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, by the way. I feel like I'm getting a little distracted because the antlers just keep growing. So at this point, I'm sort of up against the drywall.
Mm-hmm.
You guys have drywall on the ceiling, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, it could be some of the flaky ear. Go ahead and scratch it. There it is. Who's a good boy?
Oh man! Oh, that's good.
Who's a good boy?
Is it okay if I use my foot? Oh, that feels good.
That feels so good. That's a Superfoot.
So good. Man, is it hot in here, or is it just me?
I think that's just you, but you're the best looking patient I've had yet. So
okay, yeah. It seems like my skin is feeling warm. And there's sort of a red and yellow flickering on top of it, like
a rectal flotation on your arm. That sounds right.
yeah. Which I saw them actually open for Helmet at Coney Island High back in '94. It was a metal show. Mogwai was there, but they were still in middle school.
Okay, you know what? I think this is backfiring just a little bit. I think we should up the dosage. I'm going to give you 4 pills for a total of 6.
All okay. Right. So I'm just going to stick my tongue out. You can toss them through the hole.
Bloop.
Oh, man. Oh, sorry, 3 of them, and then otherwise, you would be a skee-ball champion. Like, let me level with you.
Right.
You would be able to afford that combination CD and tape player. Hey, I got a question for you.
Hit me.
Is it that the room can see through time or just me? Because I'm kind of seeing a whole board through reality from which I'm seeing moments that have taken place in this room all the way throughout history back to what looks like a fish crawling out of a pond.
Wow,
I'm starting
really?
to move around. Is that like a mural on the wall, or is that?
No, you know what? I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have taken about 12 of these, and I'm about 18 hours into my journey on this.
I was going to ask.
I didn't get that, but I did see a Darude sandstorm.
I thought I was hallucinating your face melting, but your face is actually melting. You got kind of like a persistence of memory thing. If your face was a watch. Whoa. Oh man. Oh, I'm starting to feel it now. I am starting to feel it. Guys, I'm having some crazy thoughts right now. Yeah, like I'm starting to just like imagine fucking like imagine 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 like imagine. Is this chili soup if it's evaporated?
Legit. I never realized how acid fueled that question was at the beginning of the show, but now I see it. Now I see it. Yeah.
Well, it took a while for it to kick in.
Yeah, I think that bit was brought to you by the Applebee's fish chili right there, man.
Absolutely,
yeah. That's what the fish chili does to you.
You know, we keep bringing up fish chili like it's the grossest thing, but I've got to wonder: is there a way to make a good fish?
It's called Cioppino.
That's true.
I mean, that's a soup.
Trader Joe's makes that.
That's a soup.
It's a soup.
Not a chili.
What is the quality that turns a stew into a chili? I'm not sure.
It's chunkiness. It's a chunky quality. I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
Is that your Bernie?
I imagine it's just it's overall the thickness of it.
The emotion, yeah.
I mean,
think,
yes. Good word.
It's a mother's love.
Stew is.
I heard Tim Minchin once pointed out that it really chili is just bolognese. And
oh man, that is a great way to get your ass kicked in Texas.
Bolognese.
Well, we know they don't like Italians in Texas.
Yeah, we're talking about bolognese when we say bolognese.
However you feel like pronouncing it, yes.
Okay. Well, I have this debate all the time when someone says that. I'm like, "Are you sure it's not bolognese?" And they're like, "No." And then I'm like, "Okay, you do it that way. I'm going to do it my way."
All right. Okay, we can have this.
I don't think I've ever said it out loud. It's too much pressure.
That's one of those words I would look at and they go, meat sauce.
You know, meat sauce.
So what do you do when you order it? Do you just whisper it to the waiter, or you point to?
I've never ordered it. Fearful.
Oh. Yeah,
I'll eat
that's
it.
how you stay safe.
I won't say it.
I usually just make it at home by myself while I'm alone, and I don't talk to anyone. I just make it, and no words are spoken.
Yeah,
that sounds like a delightful meal.
It is Italian for loneliness.
All food has an emotion attached to it.
All right.
You know, as we've been talking about all these different, comfort things, and as I was thinking about how I would answer it, and I had an idea coming in, and then hearing Josh talk about, at first I thought you were going to say taco stand from the start, but then also carnival food. I'm like, oh yeah, like I also feel really warm inside when I like have a churro. And that taco stand and the taco stand that I love that had a car crash into it that it closed down. And I'm always comforted by that. And I'm thinking about my original answer. I'm like, oh God, I have too many comfort foods. That's why I've been struggling with being overweight my entire adult life.
Yes.
Now, Mike, just level with us, please. Mm-hmm. Not that you're on the spot, but that taco stand that's been demolished by a car.
Yeah.
Has it ever been open? Because we have gone there 6 times.
It's not true.
And every single time it's been demolished by a car.
Been there that many times. You are a known hyperbologist, exaggerator.
Stefan would beg to differ.
You are the biggest exaggerator I have ever known in my life, and that is not an exaggeration.
Never.
I like the idea of this being some kind of taco ghost story.
It's a taco ghost story.
Yes.
I was like, there's nothing here.
There never was a cart.
I was here yesterday.
You know what? Here's the thing. So this week, 2 of my cats are due for their vet checkup. It is down there. My vet is down the street from the taco stand, and I will go and make an update. I will check, because last time I passed, it looked rebuilt. There was a new, fresh concrete little cinder block wall there to protect against anyone else veering off the sidewalk in the building. I have to assume that's why it's there, because it wasn't there before.
Did you take a picture of this?
And then I walked up into the attic and I flipped on the light. And the taco stand was there.
Legit.
I feel like these are all such good answers for
the
food.
12th paranormal activity is not as good as the rest.
I mean, you knew they were going to run out of ideas.
Yeah.
It's going to be open. It'll be there. We're going to go. It's going to be beautiful, Josh. How dare you?
So wait, who's here is actually from Los Angeles?
Me.
Josh, you are. Oh, okay. So Henry's
Josh,
Tacos.
For the record, Josh, Jett, and mine hands are up.
Oh, sorry.
For those of you not watching.
See, but that's for the people who watch the podcast.
Thank you, co-host. Thank you, co-host.
That one person.
No, but Henry's Tacos in the Valley has the least tacos that have ever existed. But they're the kind of tacos that you get with a little league team who has just lost a game. And
it's like
so
you were there.
People I know still go there, and it's like old San Antonio taco shells.
Oh, nice.
Iceberg lettuce, like cold grocery store cheese.
Sounds great.
Old San Antonio are the cheap version of the old El Paso taco shells.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, is it old El Paso? I live in Los Angeles, so I've not seen it in 20 years.
Henry's Tacos is still there. They had to move like half a block because they were on this corner. They wanted to become a historical landmark. whoever owned the property, the land, got really angry because they wanted to make more money off of it. And
I've seen this movie.
When they did not successfely get the
historical
baseball
team win and keep the land. They earned enough money for the baseball game.
No, they did not. In this movie, the heroes fail. They failed. They did not get that historical landmark status. Their rent was raised. They had to leave. Aaron Paul even tried to like do a last minute like everyone please come because he's a Valley kid and yeah bitch. No, okay. He loves it.
Tacos.
And so like got a ton of people to come out and that wasn't enough. And what happened was there was a place I think it was called like Studio Subs, which also used to be a burger place. That block block radius is where I grew up, and I still live. Actually.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the place was Studio Sub were like, hey, we wanted to leave anyway. Henry's just move into our spot, and they did, and they're still there. And it's
we're
obvious
talking about Tahunga and Moore Park, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
The people that owned that corner that Henry's was previously on, obviously, because now it's Cactus Tacos, allowed them, like, gave the lease to them because as a big fuck you to Henry's Tacos. Because they had like hundreds of businesses put in this. Starbucks wanted to put a location there for sure, like hundreds of businesses, and they gave it to another family-owned taco business, which is
Henry's Tacos.
To say fuck you to Henry's. And I will say yes, Henry's is not by any means an authentic taco place. It's definitely gringo tacos, in like the vein of Taco Bell. But like the story of Taco Bell, the Bell family, they were running a burger stand across the street from the first McDonald's. And we're like, we can't compete with this, but what can we change it to? Oh, well, our grandma, I'm going to finish the story, bro. They're like, our grandma from Mexico made tacos. Well, can we make our grandma's taco recipe? And they're like, well, we can't get like queso fresco, but we can get cheddar cheese. We can't like get asada because we're in fucking San Bernardino in the 50s and the quality of options we have is nothing, but we can get ground beef. And so they made substitutes, and that's how Taco Bell's formed. And Henry's Tacos was a similar like style.
That's why Taco Bell's has that slogan: "Tastes like compromise."
But I will say at the end of like all this, what makes Henry's I realize Henry's Tacos truly is my big comfort food because those and it's fucking Rosarita beans. I know it is
15 minutes
Rosarita beans, Rosarita refried beans, but the smell of it like that takes me back to my childhood. Like,
same here.
That is my childhood. And that is my comfort food. I'm already eating there tomorrow. Fine, Josh, start your damn scene. Can't for once let someone else talk. Go ahead. You do your fucking scene, Josh. Do it.
Okay, guys.
Do it, motherfucker.
It's been 8 hours. Mr. Gottfried has to go. Can we just sign the non-binding resolution that cheese sauce is in fact a bisque and not a soup? Can we agree on this, please?
I don't even know why I'm here. This isn't actually important to me.
I've been saying that for 8 hours.
I'm contractually obligated to be a part of this conversation. Just make the damn deal.
I'm on the fence about it, but I'll sign just to move things along. My cat needs to be fed.
Thank you.
Now, I just like making sure my name is on something before I die.
We have it. We have it, Mr. Sanders. You're good to go.
Include the idea of oyster crackers being greater than saltine crackers.
Yes.
Seconded.
Great.
Thank you.
I'll third that. Approved. They're small. Hard to choke them.
Great. Now that we have that done, we actually have in a guest. His name is Michael Heiman. Oh. He's actually here to share the history of Studio City Mexican food culture.
Oh, that sounds
now, wonderful. If you want to fall asleep, this is the perfect time to fall asleep too. Michael, take it away.
Hi, everyone. I'm not old, but here I am.
Bragging.
And, I just wanted to tell you a quick story.
His knees didn't even make any sound when he walked up there.
I'm not that young. I heard it, but you didn't. So it's, I'm almost 40. So,
wonderful brown hair.
Yeah.
I remember hair. I used to have hair. It was curly.
Well, I've got enough for all of you. So here we are. It's, on average, we all have full heads of hair tonight.
Mr. Heiman, before you continue, I just want to...
heads of hair?
I just want to let you know that the whole residence has signed agreement waivers to not have any guests spend the night. So if anybody asks you to spend the night, just be aware of that.
Too late. I already asked him. He said no.
Gladys. You sly old dog.
Well,
I get where I can go.
Anyway, the story. Studio City is a borough of Los Angeles, and just like a lot of Los Angeles, we have lots of immigrants, and Mexican food is here, and it's amazing. That's the story.
This was much shorter than Build. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to draw it on too long. I just wanted to tell this quick story.
Okie Dog is where all the punk rockers hung out.
Exactly. That's why I remember Darby Crash hanging out.
I mean, it's obvious. I really just came here to get laid, not to tell stories. So here we go.
I'm gonna make this more efficient while you all have your conversation here. Keep it going.
I was opening for X.
Thank you, as always, to Matt Walker for our intro and outro music.
I once saw a black flag at the National Guard
and edited by Jett Kaufman and co-hosted by Michael Heiman.
That's right, Michael Heiman's the co-host.
Suicidal
It featured the talents of Michael Heiman.
Was a damn
Kaufman.
Nothing but since.
I remember suicidal tendencies when they weren't even suicidal.
Burton.
They were just tendencies.
Josh Spence.
They were happy to
and
live.
Chris Compton.
And of course, we thank our audience feedback.
Every scene you heard today was improvised on the spot, along with some ads, with only a light touch of editing for your comfort. You can check the show notes for occasional writing credits if they apply.
This time, they did not.
If you're loving what we're doing, be sure to write a 5-star review at your podcast provider of choice. And tell a friend about us. Can we wrap up this meeting already? Can we have a vote?
And if you're gonna leave a negative review, make sure it's about the soup and not about the podcast.
There we go.
Technically, it's chili.
I call it a stew.
All right, yeah, Gilbert. Can we start recording?
Let me ask my friend here. Jett, can we start recording?
Would anyone like to spoon?
Wait.
I don't know how I got here, but yes.
Wait, there was another young person in this meeting?
I don't believe anything's on. Oh, my time. I kicked the door on its hinges just so I could move on. Oh, oh,
I really want to push back on Henry's Tacos not being good. It's good.
Well,
it's just
like it's not authentic. Like,
but like,
it's very, very bad.
So we talk about like, I mean, yeah, they do have like the shredded iceberg, but like, it's everything else is fresh.
Good.
The tomatoes.
Oh, I'm not.
So we're defining fresh as like the sole property of good.
It is not like authentic. It is absolutely gringo Mexican food.
Yeah, it's like your friend's mom's tacos.
Yes,
like,
but like, yeah, when my mom, we'd have taco night at home, we'd make basically that.
Yeah.
Except we would fry the corn tortillas ourselves.
Isn't that the best? Those fried corn tortillas.
Oh, one time I went to a friend's house and his dad.
Preach it, brother.
And they said, "Oh, we fry flour tortillas," and I'm like, "What?" And then like a whole new world opened up where you could fry the flour tortillas. Oh my god!
Why wasn't this in the Studio City breakdown?
That's a private story.
This is off the record, guys.
No, it's not. We're recording still.
No.